What do you do when your core team turns on you? When the very MPs you entrusted with power rise up in opposition and threaten to derail your agenda? Keir Starmer is about to find out. He stands at a political inflection point. A rebellion within Labour ranks over tough welfare cuts is more than a policy spat. It's a test of his leadership and resolve. And by framing dissent as background noise, he's making a calculated gamble. The only thing at stake isn't benefits for the vulnerable. It's the integrity of his premiership itself. Over 120 Labour MPs have thrown down the gauntlet by backing a reasoned amendment designed to stop the welfare reform bill dead in its tracks. Their argument is simple and starkly moral. Stripping disability support from nearly 1 million people is indefensible. This isn't abstract debate. It's a matter of whether those who rely on personal independence payments can continue to survive. Starmer's proposal aims to save some £5 billion by 2030. But at what human cost? And is fiscal discipline worth the political price of alienating your core? He calls it noises off and insists the vast majority remain steadfast in backing reform. But in politics, noise often speaks volumes, especially when that noise echoes through the corridors of 123 rebellious MPs. Starmer's dismissal of disagreement as mere background hum betrays either supreme confidence or dangerous avarice. Let's be clear, decisive leadership means making tough calls. Pretending dissent doesn't exist is not strength, it's denial. The rebellion isn't a quaking footnote. It's a signal flare illuminating deep ideological fissures within Labour. Critics say Starmer is out of sync with the public and out of touch with grassroots Labour instincts, and that this bill is more Treasury mandate than social mission. If he bulldozes ahead without engaging the moral and emotional core of his own party, he risks fracturing it beyond repair. Yet Starmer roots his defence in political realism. Welfare costs are spiralling toward £100 billion by 2030, and someone has to draw the line. This isn't ideological austerity. It's a preemptive reset to a broken system. He's framed his mandate as a long game, modernize welfare to independency, not punish the vulnerable. Claiming a mandate for a decade of national renewal, he stakes his leadership on moving tough decisions now. But mandates don't grant monopoly on moral authority. When more than a third of your MPs see your proposals as a moral failure, you don't shut them down. You own their messages and pivot to persuasion. Starmer must demonstrate that this reform isn't about abandoning society's weakest. He should show concrete plans for job support, health integration, and community reinforcement. Otherwise, the optics of an out-of-touch leadership will ring louder than any legislative victory. And make no mistake, this rebellion threatens his grip on power. A defeat on the vote could unravel his authority, embolden Conservatives, and shatter Labour's promise of renewal. Rachel Reeves has warned that a rebellion risks undermining the entire government. With senior figures like Sadiq Khan and Andy Burnham voicing public concern, Starmer's challenge is morphing into a full-blown crisis. This is politics at its rawest. Strategic brinkmanship meets human consequence. Starmer is cultivating an image of resolute pragmatism, analytical, unflinching, future-oriented. Yet pragmatism without empathy, or wise, at the expense of humanity, will erode public trust. His rhetoric about fixing welfare and saving the public purse is only half the story. The rest lies in acknowledging the anxiety, suffering, and resentment that ripple unseen through those just above the eligibility threshold. Strong leaders don't ignore moral voice, they amplify it. Starmer should pivot mid-air, own the pain this bill could inflict, then tie it to tangible support systems that ensure no one slips through the gap. He should convene panels of social sector groups, medical professionals, and MPs from both wings of the party to co-design implementation frameworks, legitimizing reform with moral legitimacy and compassion steering the rollout. If he refuses to acknowledge moral complexity, he risks being a technocrat detached from the country's pulse. As the vote looms, set for July 1st, this isn't just a test of a bill. It's a test of his character. Will he emerge as a leader who can balance fiscal responsibility with moral courage? Or a risk-averse politician dismissed as disconnected and cold? For Labour, unity under purpose is non-negotiable. Starmer must choose, steamroll opposition and risk irreparable fracture, or recalibrate, reach across the party, and forge consensus. Politics is not a game of noises off. Every roar of dissent is data, real people, real perspectives, and real consequences. In ignoring it, Starmer risks driving a wedge between his party and the public it claims to represent. In facing it, He elevates policymaking into governance infused with integrity. That's the kind of high-risk, high-reward leadership that actually wins elections, not mere bill-passing performance. The welfare rebellion isn't just an internal headache, it's a moment of truth. Starmer must act not like a bureaucrat with spreadsheets, but like a leader with a soul. Because in modern democracy, numbers matter, but so does humanity. And if he fails to marry those two, Labour's internal showdown could be the start of a broader unraveling, not a renewal.